on the 20 highest grossing movies of 2026. Now, these are just my predictions. They're not assured facts. This is just what I think could happen. Now, number one, I think it's pretty easy. I think a lot of people will put this at number one. Avengers: Doomsday. The Avengers franchise has a great track record. This is one of those two-part Avengers movies, like Infinity War and Endgame. If it ends up like that, then Infinity War made $2 billion. I think Doomsday can very much do that. Besides, I think it needs like a $2 billion to break even. Number two is Toy Story 5. Now, I don't think a lot of people had Toy Story 5 as what the second highest grossing film of the year. But the franchise has a great track record in the box office. They usually make a lot of money. The first one made about 400 million, and then the sequel made 400, nearly 500 million, and then the third one made $1 billion, and then the fourth one made nearly 1.1 billion. This could easily exceed that. And plus, it's talking about kids ignoring their toys for iPads, which is a very prominent issue today. Then we have number 3, The Odyssey. I know this one. It's an adaptation of such an iconic tale. So, especially those Greek fans will go see it, which already makes up a lot of people. So, lucky Nolan. And also Christopher Nolan has a great track record, especially for movies that are not sequels or something like that. He just had Oppenheimer, which made nearly $1 billion. So, I think Odyssey can easily exceed $1 billion. Number 4 is Spider-Man 4. Now, I think it's more likely for it to hit 900 million, but I'm also open to it making over $1 billion. I think honestly, this will make at least $900 million. That I should have said at least 900 million. So, the Spider-Man franchise has a great track record. Spider-Man Homecoming made it to the top 100 all time. Spider-Man Far From Home made $1.1 billion. Spider-Man No Way Home made $1.9 billion. This, I don't think will reach No Way Home's height, but still, Spider-Man is extremely popular. In the top 5 highest grossing franchises ever. I think this can definitely exceed 900 million. Number 5, I'd say Mega Minions. We are getting a Mega Minions movie. I think it'll make around 900 million. All but one Minions movie has made below $900 million. That is Despicable Me, the first film. But even still, back then it was a new idea, it was a new concept, or a new film. But still, even that made over $500 million. Mega Minions, Despicable Me 4 made nearly $1 billion. I don't think the Mega Minions. I mean, maybe this Mega Minions movie could be good. I think they have a lot of potential in Despicable Me 4, but they didn't use their potential. Maybe this movie, Mega Minions, could use their potential. Who knows? But we know Mega Minions will be a slam dunk success. Then number 6, I say Jumanji 3. We have a big decrease to 800 million. The Jumanji franchise makes crazy amounts of money. The first film made $900 million. The second film made $800 million. I think this third film could make around $800 million. Maybe even exceeding that. I think they said I think this is the final film in the franchise. This franchise is like Avatar, except not. It's like Avatar, but in a jungle, and not nearly as successful. So I think this could be very successful, just like people think about Avatar 3. Number 7 is Dune Messiah. I'm not putting this high. This high just because I'm super hyped for it. This is, as you know, this is my most hyped movie of 2026. The first Dune movie made $400 million. The second one made $700 million. And this is... So, with this pattern, I think we can expect it to make even more than that. I think at the very minimum, $750 million. Although I wouldn't be surprised if we get around $800 million. Maybe even soaring to a maximum of $900 million. Maybe even a $1 billion. Maybe it'll be like a Barbenheimer with Avengers being Barbie and Dune being Oppenheimer, it can still reach crazy amounts, but just not at number one. I think Dune can definitely reach above 800 million, or at least 800 million, or at least 750 million, more likely around 800 million. Number 8 is the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2. Now, this one I'm debating because sometimes maybe it could end up like a lot of movie sequels for like Pacific Rim 2 made a big decrease. Ted 2 big decrease. Wonder Woman 2 big decrease. I'm trying to think of other examples. Joker 2 massive decrease. Different other movies, but I still think there's not much that battles with Mario 2. I still think there's gonna be a lot of people going to see Mario 2. I know I'd like to see it. So I think I think it can still secure a strong $750 million. I don't. It's just that I don't think it can reach the height of the previous film. It was 1.3 billion. Now number 9 is Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. This is the new Hunger Games prequel. This one could be a big. There's a big range in which it could be. Now I certainly think this will be one of the more successful Hunger Games movies because it's 2 weeks away from the next big competition, Jumanji 3. Other than the 2023 one, like Ballads of Song, whatever it's called, the lowest grossing is the Mockingjay 2 and that made 600 million. So I think I could still secure between 600 million to 750 million. I'm just not sure where in that range. You can drop down in the comments where you think. Now, number 10, I think, will be the new Steven Spielberg Alien movie. Now, Steven Spielberg can make some really successful movies. War of the Worlds is an alien movie from Steven Spielberg. Made about $600 million, a little less, but still. Now, granted, this is most likely an original idea, not a adaptation of a popular book, alien book. But still, I think even though this comes out a week before Toy Story 5, I still think it's like one of those franchise. Steven Spielberg's one of those directors like Nolan. He can make an original idea that people will go to theaters to see. That's rare. Like, I think we can only find that in, like, Nolan and Spielberg and Cameron. Number 11, I'd say Ice Age 6. My predicted gross it should say 600 million. Sorry, I'll just go edit that right now. Sorry. Yes, fun fact, that's what I use slideshows for my videos. That's how I use this flashing videos, images, yeah. So, I think it will make around $600 million. The Ice Age franchise has had some very successful films. I think some films exceeding $850 million. This film has a bunch of competition. It has Dune 3 and Avengers Doomsday. And you might say, Mr. Movie Master, those are not, like, kids friendly. Those are meant for different audiences. There's also Shrek 5 coming out in a week later. But still, I think it could secure a nice $600 million. It's kind of funny, $600 million, and it's Ice Age 6. Next, number 12, I think Shrek. Oh my God, this should say 550 million. Sorry, so sorry, guys. Shrek 5 at 550 million. This is like, it's been a while since we got the last Shrek film. I think over time people will stop caring about those new designs. Me personally, I don't even care for them. Like, I don't mind them. I don't really want to see this film. I don't mind those new designs. Yeah, I think it could still secure a strong $550 million. There will be much less because it's been so long since the last film. Like, not nearly as strong as, like, the last 3 films in the franchise, like 700 million, 800 million, 900 million. But I still think it can secure a nice 550 million. Then we got The Mandalorian and Grogu. I would have said it would make much less before the Doomsday delay, because then it would be in competition with Avengers. Luckily, it doesn't have really much competition anymore. The closest competition is Mario, like a month earlier. So I think it can very easily um uh make at least a good amount of money. I still think it might less people will care about it like Solo, but still I think it can make a strong 500 million. Especially I know I want to see it because it's been so long since we got Star Wars. I've never been able to see a Star Wars movie in theaters because well, the last one was in 2019 and I was a little too young. Then number 14 is the Narnia reboot. Yes, we are getting a Narnia reboot from the director of Barbie, Greta Gerwig. I just picked a poster that they showed on the movie for IMDb. I still think it won't be as successful as the previous ones because I know some of the old ones were very successful. But I think it could still secure quite a bit of money. So I think it can make a nice $450 million. Then we got Clayface. I think I have no idea where this falls in the DCEU. I really would like to know that. But anyway, I think this can also secure a nice $450 million. Even some of the less successful DC movies have, like even Aquaman 2. It's a sequel to a successful movie, and like I said earlier, those are sometimes concerned. This can sometimes flop. That made like around this money. I think it can make a nice 450 million. And there's not really much competition around it. And then number 16 is the Moana live action remake. This one has a $50 million range. I believe this. I have a strong feeling this will flop because I'm trying to imagine the animated movie in live action. I'm trying, people. It's gonna be hard. It might be like Snow White. The animated was a hit, but the live action was such a massive flop. But still, I think it might be also like other live action remakes. They still are like money makers. It has competition with like Mega Minions a week before and Odyssey a week after, but still, I think it can make a nice $400 to $450 million. Number 17 is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I'm sorry for trying to squeeze this picture so tightly. I think it can make around $400 million. I still think it's this one's risky because it has quite a bit of competition, but I still think it can make around 400 million. Then we got Masters of the Universe. I feel like this one's gonna flop. I feel like it's gonna flop. But maybe like there are these kind of adaptations, and they still make like 250, $300 million. Even Battleship, which was an adaptation of like the board game, and it was a massive flop. Still, it was able to secure $300 million. So I think Masters of the Universe can make something like that. Then number 19 is the new Jordan Peele film. Yes, we are getting a fourth Jordan Peele film. Not him. I thought him was his fourth film, but no, he is producing him, which basically means paying for it. He has actually quite a bit of success. He has a quite successful filmography in terms of the box office. I think especially Us and Get Out each made around like 250 or something like that. So I think the new Jordan Peele movie could make around $250 million. And then lastly, to finish it off, we have Werewolf, the new film from Robert Eggers, the director of Nosferatu. I think this can secure a nice $230 million. Nosferatu made around $180 million. I think this can make a little more than that. Despite a bunch of competition, the competition it has, like, who's gonna be going to see family movies like Shrek 5 and Ice Age and then see a horror movie like this, or Avengers and Dune and then see a horror movie like this? So I think it can make a lot of money, or a nice like 230, just not something massive. That'll be all for today's video on my predictions on the 20 highest grossing movies of 2016. Remember, it's not a sure fact. If these were sure facts, I would have Dune 3 exceeding $2 billion, but obviously that's not likely. Yeah, drop down in the comments what you think might happen. Especially that Hunger Games range one. I have no idea. Yeah. Drop down in the comments also which one of these movies you'd be seeing, trying to contribute to. Me, I think a lot of these I'd probably try and contribute to, especially like Avengers, Odyssey, Spider-Man, Dune, Jumanji, Mario, Mandalorian, Clayface, etc. Yeah, check out my channel for more content like this, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.